What's up? I'm Shrimp and this is another quick devlog for All the Bones. If you're new around here, I'm making this teeny tiny action roguelike. Just kidding, it's a massive, breathtaking, ass-kicking, spellcasting, dice-throwing extravaganza not for the faint of heart. Prepare to be blasted with absolute chaos while annihilating bloodthirsty enemies with complex combos of spells. By the way, you can wishlist the game on Steam. Lately I've been doing extremely boring things that were needed to complete the demo. UI, gamepad support and similar bullcrap. That's why I needed a break from working on the game. So I did exactly the opposite and worked on the game a bit more. The difference is that I worked on content, and that is the good stuff in game development. I wanted to add a new enemy to spice things up. Initially, I had a very strict plan for the enemies, had a list of certain monsters to implement, and for the most part that's what I've been doing. Today I decided, fuck that, I'm doing something completely new. Since I am a solo dev, I can say things like that and work a bit more impromptu than in a studio. By the way, it's as much a blessing as a curse. My new plan was to make a Dark Knight, a slow yet tough enemy in dark shiny armor full of spikes and complex details. There is one problem though, I'm not an artist. To combat that, I use a lot of tricks to make my art look good. From drawing techniques to shaders, motion and post-processing effects. Hell, you don't need to be talented if you're crafty enough. But being mediocre at art introduces problems. My Dark Knight looks like utter garbage. I mean, look at it. It does not even resemble a knight. But no worries, as filmmakers famously say, we'll fix it in post. So I did some more work in Sprite, then I moved to Pixelover, a godsend software for people like me. It allows you to process an image with a selected shader that does things like dithering completely automatically. After I greedily snatched the result from Pixelover, I moved to Unity, where I did some fine-tuning to the material I'd use for this sprite. Next, I started animating the shit out of this guy. I'm not a fan of animation, it's a tedious job. However, it is kinda relaxing, I'd say. Also, since I'm a solo dev, cutting corners in order to deliver the product in less than 10 years, I try to make animations as simple as possible. Here I wanted a basic walking animation with some heft to it. That's why I elongated leg ascending animation to 3 frames, while leaving the final stomp with just a single frame. I think it turned out pretty decent. I introduced some motion, relied on already implemented post-processing to smooth out the imperfections in my design, and boom! Ladies and gentlemen, we've got it. I call it the Nightcrawler. Now there's just one thing missing. A unique spell for this sucker. So I thought to myself, what does every player despise the most? Yes, that's right, annoying enemies. So I created a chain hook spell that pulls the player closer to the enemy on a hit. A truly pesky mechanic if you asked me. Similarities to a specific fighting game iconic character are purely coincidental. So let's see this guy in action. I did some tweaking, added an overpowered version of the enemy that shoots triple chain hooks, and also added this spell to the player obtainable spell dice. Since almost anything that enemies cast can be obtained by the player in the form of spell die, this should be no exception. And now I am fulfilled. I can go back to doing boring stuff like UI and UX. Fuck me. See ya in the next one. Oh, also, consider leaving a sub on this YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow it a bit and would appreciate you hitting the sub button a lot.
The beat is my confessional booth. I keep it 100, everything true, and I'm the land in the boom bat. The youth is so impressionable. You motherfuckers, why we never talk about the elephant in the room, man?